We're going to go through some of the principles in the Habitudes book by Tim Elmore, and it's a great, quick read. People are either thermostats or thermometers. They will merely reflect the climate around them or they'll set it. Well, what does that mean for us? The thing is what temperature are you running right now? Culture is a bit of what we accept and we tolerate within ourselves personally and the environments that we're in. We don't just bring different set of energy or excitement or culture. It has to be determined. Just like a thermometer, you read the temperature, the thermostat, you set it. The same way, we as leaders need to carry ourselves in a way that we're not affected by what's around us. Rather, we set the culture, we set the energy and what it needs to be. Most just read the room, but we're not just most people. We're elite. What does that mean? We set the temperature. We don't just react to moods, the momentum, the weather, how clients are, how customers react, how our team's reacting. Rather, we walk into it knowing we're going to hold ourselves at the standard, whether we are at home, we're at work, we're in relationships. We set the standard, we set the temperature. Tim Elmore, he uses this image to make one thing clear. Self leadership is the foundation of success. If you know yourself, you can lead yourself. That's why we do these talks here. That's why we're wanting you to not only be great electricians, but also great people. Not only when you're in uniform, but when you're at home. Not only when you're in the van, but when you're on the ball field or you're on date night or whatever it is. We want you to be the absolute best that you can be because you set the tone, you set the mood, you set the temperature. And the thing is that when you walk into an environment and you're setting the tone, it's going to affect everything. Hard to actually implement. Why? We get frustrated. Something happens to us, we don't make a sale, we don't have an appointment go how we want. Guys are pissy in the shop, whatever it is. We don't typically think, I need to affect the energy of this room. One of the things that I say is I bring the energy because my energy affects people. Good, bad, or indifferent, my face can say a lot without my mouth opening. I've been told that for years because you've probably been told similar. It's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. That's the temperature you're bringing to the room. And here's where most people get it wrong. They think leading themselves or leading the 128, as we say, is just about managing others' behavior. It's not. It starts with managing your own. If you can commit to doing that, here's what I think is the benefit of it. One, you're not going to be affected by the external. Yeah, we'll get frustrated. We may say we don't like it. We may have a emotional response, an anger response, whatever. Don't let that sit. You know, one of my coaches as I played football would say, don't let a win beat you and don't let a loss beat you twice. What he meant by that is we have to have short-term memory. Wins and losses doesn't affect us. Our standard is what we set. That's the temperature we want to set. So, what do we do because of this? Each morning, when you go into the shop, when you get up, you're driving into work, decide what energy you want to bring, what temperature you want to set. So when you walk through that door, you have a great energy. You have a great excitement. You're excited to not only get to work, do the things, make sales, whatever it is, but you're setting that environment that you want. When you leave and you're driving home, and whether it's been a hard day, an easy day, you're setting the intention of who you want to be in the 128. Why is that important? Where we stare at steers us. What we focus on is what we will see come to pass. What's another thing you can do? Just evaluate when you're off. One of the things I encourage people to do is create a bit of a tendency log. You could call it you could just check the thermostat. How are you feeling throughout the day? If you've not had a great morning, reset. Go adjust the thermostat again. Get yourself back to a place where you can be excited, you can be engaged, and just keep a log of what happens, what caused it, and what you did about it. And then lastly, I would encourage you guys at the shops, you guys with your ops managers, talk about where they see you setting the tone, setting the energy, setting the right temperature, because oftentimes we don't see how we show up. But if we can ask a trusted person, get that feedback, it's information that we can use to be the right type of leader, whether we're in the shop or we're leading the 128.